Hey everybody, Mike McWilliams upstairs to Red Music. In part one of this series, we introduced the AC4's history and we compared it to its modern version. In today's episode, what we're going to do is we're going to find a way to address some of the shortcomings of the AC4C112. Mainly the fact that unlike the AC15C or the AC30C, it doesn't come with a tremolo, a reverb, or the top boost. So we're going to build a custom pedal board that addresses these issues, plus gives it a little bit more zing. Now it's being said on the internet that the Vox amps don't take pedals very well, and I couldn't disagree with this more. Actually, if you dig into a little deeper what a Vox amp is and what constitutes the sound of what a Vox amp is, it's pretty easy to find pedals that not only, enhance that Vox sound, but work along with it to give you some pretty interesting choices sonically. Now, the pedal board that I've constructed for today's show is centered around that concept. So I dug a little deep, really researched the Vox, found out some of the proprietary things that people used back in the day with the Vox amps, and put all that together in a pedal board that I think is very expressive. So first off on our pedal board is the Mod Tone Vintage Wah-Wah pedal. Now this pedal is a pretty cool pedal. It can be had really inexpensively. As we know, in the history of Vox, they were the cats who first invented the wah-wah pedal as we know it today in the first place. So certainly this is a pedal that it's a no-brainer. It easily will work with any Vox amp. So I chose the Modern Tone Vintage because it's a great sounding vintage wah-wah. You can make mods to it very easily, and also it's a very affordable wah-wah pedal as well, and you can easily obtain it without breaking the bank. Second of all, on our pedal board, we needed something to emulate the top boost. Now the AC4C112 doesn't have the top boost of the AC15 or AC30, as I said. So what can we do in order to give it that top boost? And I thought to myself, you know what? The Danelectro Breakdown is the perfect pedal for this. As you know, I'm a big fan of it. It is a modern take on the Univox UD50, which was a pedal that Jimmy Page used a lot. It was a pedal that worked well with small amps, low wattage amps. Hey, we're talking about the AC4C112 there. So again, a no-brainer, a great pedal that I thought would give that boost that we could really use, and something that's not going to change the tone of the amp, but something that's going to enhance the amp. In other words, it doesn't color the tone, it just enhances it. So again, we added the breakdown to this pedal board. Next, as you know, we needed a tremolo that really emulates the style of tremolo that the Vox amps have. Now the Vox amps, they had signal oscillating tremolos. A lot of the Fender, the blackface and the silverface amps also had signal oscillating tremolos. So to emulate that signal oscillating sine wave sound that was in the Vox original, the vintage ones, I came across the Mr. Moto pedal. A fantastic pedal that has an emulation of that Vox sound that I think is second to none. It has the sine wave adjustable sweep on it, so you can go from that classic tremolo sound all the way up to some crazy stuff if you want to. Another cool feature of this pedal, as you know, the AC4C112 doesn't have a reverb. And, if you want to really get that Vox sound, you need a reverb. Well, this pedal, the Mr. Moto, comes with a beautiful spring reverb loaded in. So not only do you get that classic tremolo in this one pedal, you also get that classic reverb as well. So a perfect pedal for the board, a no-brainer again, so we put that on as well. Now to power this board, we're using the Nano Power Station. It's a great little, compact power source. The board itself is the Pedal Train Metro 16, a very compact board. Again, we only got 3 pedals we're talking about using here, so it's more than enough space with a little bit more space to grow, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So now basically what we've done is we've covered our tremolo, we've covered our reverb, we've covered our top boost, and we certainly, with the wah-wah pedal, given it the ability to come up with some pretty funky sounds as well. So this is the board as it comes out. As you can see, here's the Mod Tone Vintage Wah. We've got the Danelectro Breakdown, and here's the Mr. Moto Tremolo reverb pedal. I saved a space here for one more pedal. It's the 7 Series Overdrive. It's also known as Lumpy's Lemon Drop. These are wonderful pedals that are based on the Vox 4 and 7 Series amps. If you want to know what that sounds like, think of Led Zeppelin's Whole Lotta Love or Paperback Writer by the Beatles. Anyway, I thought that would be a fantastic pedal that would work certainly with a Vox amp, seeing that it's modeled on them. And we put in an order for it, but it's made by one guy by hand. It takes quite a while for them to come through. It hasn't come through yet. I'm on the, I got the money in, the order is in, I'm on the list. He makes them one at a time, and he takes his sweet time getting them out. Now, he does get them out. It's been I'm about a month in now, so I expect it to be another 2 or 3 weeks and I should have it. Anyway, there's a space on the board for it. Until then, let's plug this in and take a listen and see how it sounds. Again, let's use the Telecaster, the 1984 made in Japan, going into this pedal board that we created, going into the Vox AC4C112, and let's see how that works, enhancing the tone of that amp. Show your support by subscribing and hitting the like button.